Hello, namaste. Welcome everyone to TOSA Blue Mountain. We are sitting out on this beautiful patio. You can kind of see the reflection in the mirror behind us. And at some point, I'll turn the camera around so you can see this beautiful setting that Geri and I are here at. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of having Geri Habstritt with me, who is here at TOSA and has been pretty much since I've been here, which has been fantastic. So, how are you doing? How has this last week been for you with all the incredible energies, the summer solstice happening? That was so powerful. I hope you went and watched it. We were both a part of it, and with Sri and Kara and Jane and so many amazing people. Amanda's painting turned out so fabulous. And if you miss the silent auction, you can still donate and support the charities, the waterbearers.org that are taking filters around the world to people that need it, people that are in need of clean water, and the Clinica Linda here across the street from TOSA Blue Mountain, which is the free clinic for the local Indigenous people. They are both incredible charities that you definitely feel, I know I feel good about supporting, and they do a lot of good. So check those out if you haven't, and check out Saturday's program celebrating summer solstice, because I thought it was magical. What did you think, Geri?
It was amazing. It really was. And I hope you were all there. And if you weren't there, you can find it on Oneness Talk Radio YouTube, and I believe official Sri and Kira YouTube as well.
Yes. And let us know if the background is too loud, and we can always go inside. But we just thought we would sit out. It's such a beautiful day today, and the scenery is just incredible, just soaking in this energy of the moment. And as we transitioned into a new season, what have you let go of? And what are you embracing? What are you stepping forward and claiming for your new life now that we have a new season? What are you releasing? I know I'm releasing fear that has been holding me back. And I am releasing the constraints of society's rules of what they say is okay and normal and all of that. So what are you releasing? Let me know. And we want to support you in that and lift you up. Namaste, Angel. Thank you. So, we do have the strawberry super full moon on Thursday in the sign of Capricorn. This is the last super full moon of the year of 2021. And with it comes really a lot of positive energy, encouraging you to manifest those dreams, encouraging you to step forward and really claim the life that you want. Get really, really clear. Write it down. Manifest it with this full moon. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is the taskmaster, karma. It is retrograde right now. This is a perfect opportunity for you to claim your dreams, for you to claim the life that you want. You deserve it. You are worthy of it. Believe it. Trust it, and know that you can manifest anything that you believe and anything that you desire. You have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe it's possible. You have to believe you're worthy. You have to believe that you are capable of making that happen. So right now is a perfect time to let go of the past. We can't change anything there. We don't want it to hold us back. Anchor yourself into this present moment and propel yourself forward, looking at what it is you are wanting, whether it's in your career, in making money, in abundance, in relationships, whatever it is, step forward. So now I want to talk with Geri and share with you our incredible experience that we have had these past 10 days that we have been here. So Geri, share, if you would, with us what your experience has been this trip, because I know you've been here a few times.
Each time I come back here, it's an up level of something. It's a going deeper of something. And so I know, like many of you out there are healers. Many of you out there have done this many, many, many times. And there seems to be many of us who we want to help others. We want to help others more than ourselves. We want to give, and we end up getting out of balance because we give more than we receive. And if you give more than you receive, that's reflected back to you in everything, in your finances, in your relationships, in everything. And so that's been kind of my journey all along, is the trying to stay in balance. And the more we stay in balance, the more our planet is going to go into balance as well. So this has been a constant thing for me that I've always been working on. And so why is it that I've been one who has wanted to put other people before me all along? And so this journey brought me to the very, very, very core of that. And it's a core that I know many of you are feeling, because there's many lifetimes where we did not end our density experience so well. We've blown up the planet before, the planets that we've been on. And there's been many of us who scampered and tried to help others, to try help as many as we could. And really the key to it all is to help yourself, because as you help yourself, you automatically help others. And I felt myself coming here frantic about time, to the point where my days felt like 2-hour days. And why was I frantic about time? Because there's this feeling that we're at that time again. It's causing an anxiety in many, many people. And it's that I got to help someone. I got to do something. I got to. And so I was brought to the very core of that, to the very core of the release of time and the release of thinking that I need to help others. And really, I need to focus even more on me no matter what. And this time it was really, really to the very, very core of it. All the other times was just little layers. I get it. But as you want to lift and expand more, you have to do more of it. You have to love yourself even more. You have to let go even more. And it's like we're this onion with layers that keep coming off and coming off and coming off, till we reveal ourselves, our true nature, even more.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And I don't want to get sidetracked, but I just want you to look at, hi, Carly. I want you to look at Geri's beautiful hat. We had the pleasure of going shopping in Cuenca yesterday, and had a beautiful lunch, but she picked up this beautiful hat there, and it looks so good on you. So,
well, thanks.
I love it.
I was going to take it off for this show, but I've been wearing it all morning, and I've got smashed hair on my head. So I'm like, okay, there's smashed hair. I'm wearing a hat. So
I love the hat. So I'm glad that you're wearing it. I don't pull off hats like Geri does. So I live vicariously through other people that can pull off hats well. So
thank you.
Anyway, hello, good morning. Oh, good. Angel wanted to know where you got it from, so now she knows.
A beautiful little store in Cuenca.
Yeah.
And the fun part of it is, now we're talking about hats, is you can take the whole thing and you can smash it like this, and you can put it in your suitcase. And so I've been on lots of journeys, Thailand, India, and all over the place. And I'm always wrecking hats in my suitcase. So this was actually a manifestation for me, honestly. Right before I left on this trip, I opened my closet with all my hats and I went, gee, why don't they make a cute hat that you can crunch down and put in a suitcase? I'll just grab my baseball cap instead. And sure enough, I bumped into it.
Yes.
So that's what we can all do with this moon. It's very instant manifestive.
Yes, it is. It's very supportive of manifesting instantly. And so, yes, I will think about what you want. and manifest that. Now, you can manifest negative too. So be careful what you focus on. Be careful what you put your attention on, because you can manifest negative if that's what you're focusing on. And I know that's not what you want in your life. So focus on your dreams, focus on the positive, focus on manifesting something amazing, like Geri did with her hat, which is fantastic. So, but yes, this moon, this full moon, strawberry full moon, super full moon, is so powerful and so supportive of our manifesting abilities. It's so positive for that. So use this, because the energies are not always supportive of this. It doesn't mean that we can't always manifest instantly, because we are more powerful than that. And it's just believing that. But it is very supportive right now. So take advantage of that. And while we're on that subject, as we are transforming, have you taken Navigating the Inner Matrix before with Geri and Donna? They are offering it again with new content starting July 1st. And I highly recommend that you go on and take it, register for it, because you do a forgiveness practice, which is transformative, is the best way I can describe it. It was for me to release people, release that baggage of holding on to the past, and freeing myself for truly moving forward with my life. And it helps you recognize what your life scripts are that are holding you back, so that you can recognize when they're playing, to be able to transmute them and step more into the life that you want. And it was very eye-opening for me. Was it for you? I know you've taken it more than once.
I've taken it 3 times.
Yes.
And it's like the journey of me coming back here. This is my 5th time to Ecuador, I think. You just keep going with the layers and navigating the inner matrix. Every time you take it, you will go deeper into the layers. And I do want to add, if you have even a child that's, 7th, 8th grade, 9th, 10th, 11th, all the way there, I think this is a program that should be in every middle school. So this is something too that you can have a child join in with you on.
Absolutely. That's a great suggestion, because this is something that can benefit really anyone that is at a maturity level enough. Chances are it's not going to be right for a grade schooler, but certainly junior high and up, it certainly would be. They've had enough things that have gone on in their life that they are probably carrying some unforgiveness, whether it's unforgiveness of themselves or unforgiveness of people around them, family members, friends, whatever. So yes, absolutely. It helps you learn more about yourself. And isn't that where true freedom comes from, is really knowing who you are and the reasons that you are so susceptible to making certain choices and attracting certain energies and people into your life, and understanding where those lessons came from as a result of maybe traumas that you went through as a child and were conditioned by society or family or religions or whatever to believe something, and getting to know yourself and realizing you have the power to change that. I believe it's Tony Robbins I've been to some of his seminars, and he was saying that a thought or a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. And so what do you keep thinking? What are your beliefs? What are those thoughts? Where are you holding yourself back subconsciously? And that's kind of what I found that Navigating the Inner Matrix really helped me to become aware of. It's not that, you're ever going to have this down perfectly. We're not. We are going to have things that patterns and the victim triangle and fear come up. But if we are more aware, if our consciousness level is higher, because we've done some of this inner work, Navigating the Inner Matrix, for instance, and so on, some of the other incredible programs that Geri and Donna offer, coming to TOSA Blue Mountain, then you have more tools to be able to recognize when you are in that place, when you are holding yourself back from truly being who you want to be and experiencing life as you want it, because we can create the life that we want. Is that what you found?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, we're constantly doing it, whether we're creating it through our unconscious, unhealed stuff, our belief systems that we're still holding on to that we're unaware of, or our thoughts, or even the people we're hanging around. It all comes together in this magical jumble of energy, and then it goes out there and it creates our experience. So, focus and consciously bringing around great people, great things that you're, embodying yourself with and around, and the energies that you're in. And the more inward you can go and heal and love every aspect of yourself, you will create a lot more joy in your life, for sure.
Definitely. So, have you come to TOSA yet? Why not? Put that on your bucket list, save your money, and come, because TOSA is such an incredible place. The vibration here is so high, you can't help but lift your vibration. And everyone here is so magnificent, so gracious, so kind, loving, supportive, and they offer so many things to help support you on your journey and to help you awaken and evolve, peeling back those layers, those onion layers, and really getting clear with who you are. And not to mention, it's such a beautiful setting. And then let's talk about the food. Oh my goodness. Pedro, the chef, is amazing. He is like a 5-star chef right here at TOSA Blue Mountain. He makes the most incredible vegetarian dishes that taste so yummy. It was so wonderful.
Yeah, if you haven't been or aren't a vegetarian person, you could easily become one by being here. Everything is so good and so light, and it would be a really easy transition into that. So yeah, and not only that, but there's in the San Pedro as well. Yes. And that's one thing that we have talked about before on other shows. And this was my 4th journey this time. Each one of them has been a bit different in a different way. But if you are in a place where you're still in victim consciousness, or you're having a hard time lifting above the paradigm, lifting out of the drama and that kind of stuff, this is something that relaxes the mind, which is the ego, which is often what stops you from lifting. Not often, it's always what stops you from lifting.
Yes.
Or the body that freaks out, but usually it's the inner child. Well, the San Pedro has a way of bypassing that. And so it brings you into this great state of presence and lifts you way above all of it. And it infuses a massive amount of Shakti energy that just comes up, and it just lifts you right up. So now you're above everything, and you can see everything from a higher perspective. And all the little problems that seemed like they were really big while you were in it are really itty bitty once you're out of it. And you can really kind of smile at things. You get so much clarity and so many ahas. And now you're in this place of such profound presence. I mean, that's one thing I really gathered from it, because our life is so busy and moving so quickly that oftentimes, I know there's times where I don't even have time to feed myself because I'm so busy. And now you're in this profound presence where you can spend what seems like an hour, but maybe it's only 5 minutes, staring at a leaf, watching the energy of the leaf transform. And literally, as I'm loving the leaf and excited about the leaf, I'm watching it shift to my like, because it's like, and everything's energy, right? And when you love and appreciate it, you automatically change the molecules of it. So you can watch the molecules change. And I was watching this happen in everything, the flowers, even the clouds, my feet, my hands. I mean, I could have spent a day staring at my hands, just watching them, watching it shift. And it's such a validation to how our energy, our consciousness affects all of life. And in our day-to-day, we don't get that opportunity. It's a veil that gets lifted and an aha that turns on, and this magic that happens that you really never forget.
Absolutely. It was my real first time. I did a very mild San Pedro journey back in March with Geri, and there was about 60 people up on the top of the mountain with the Canary tribe, their head shaman, and their ceremony, which was a beautiful experience. It just was not even close to what this San Pedro journey, where it's grown right here at TOSA Blue Mountain. Geri and Kara harvest it in a ceremony type way, and really honoring the plant, honoring what it's coming forward with, the energies that it comes forward with. And each one is a little bit different because each plant is a living thing just like we are, and they have their own signature, their own unique energy. And this one was a very unique 8-sided, which 8 is infinity, it's the angelic presence. And it was very gentle, no side effects. As far as it didn't make me sick, it didn't make me feel bad. It was enlightening. And as Geri had said, it lifts your consciousness up above. So I kind of described it to my daughter of, it was like I was a bird flying over my life, but I was still in my body. I knew I had a body and my body was still there, but I was able to get a lot more clarity of the things that I've allowed to hold me back, the things that I was putting way too much focus and energy on that I didn't need to, that I needed to just fall back and allow, and not try to force, not try to control, but trust that whatever is supposed to happen in my life is going to happen, and trust that what I have been manifesting is coming about. And I don't need to let that fear and doubt come in, that little voice that goes, oh, but it's not really going to happen. You're not really worthy for that. You're not really going to be free. You're not whatever, No, I am worthy enough. I am going to be free. It is happening. It is done. I am manifesting it, and I don't have to stay stuck. And it was so amazing. So amazing. And I'm so grateful that I did it. And I'm grateful that I got to experience it with Geri. We got to experience this. We were in the water therapy center, which if you've come to TOSA, you'll know what that space is like. It's it's where we had the summer solstice event at, if you watch that. And it's just, the energy there is just so powerful, but so supportive and loving, and in a beautiful way. And it's something, San Pedro is something that I highly recommend everybody tries at least once, and do it in a safe environment. I mean, I completely trust Geri and Kara, and this was a very safe place. It was a very gentle journey, and I did have profound dreams that night, and more visions and all of that, which was beautiful. And it definitely took my conscious level to a whole different place. And it's what I needed to release some things and to clear some things. And so I highly recommend that you come and do it. And like Geri's done it 4 times now, and each time has been different for her. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, each plant has its own uniqueness, its own energy added to it. So it's kind of a co-creative experience, you and the plant. My first 2 were feminine energy plants. So my heart was opening and opening and opening and opening and opening and opening. And I think I cried at, oh, everything's so beautiful. Oh, cry. And then the last one had a very masculine energy. They called it a grandpa. And it was a forceful energy that just blew stuff out of me. And it was almost painful at points, the energy that was moving through my spine and up my back that I couldn't even walk. And I was very out of body. And this one was just super gentle. Like I could drink and even eat where I couldn't do that before, and so they're all very, very, very different. Yeah. So, and if you're wondering, if you're listening to this via YouTube and you're not familiar, the San Pedro we get at TOSA Blue Mountain in Ecuador. And so just look up TOSA Blue Mountain in Ecuador, or Shri, SRI, and Kira, KIRA.com. And then you can click on San Pedro Journey or Journeys and you can find it there.
Yes. And it is a cactus. So it's a natural plant. It's a medicine for your body. And so when you do it, you just want to allow the medicine to do its work, which is helping you to clear away that ego, clear away that controlling mind that puts those limitations, and see yourself clearly, see your life clearly, see your choices clearly. You rise above, see your relationships clearly, and you just get this amazing clarity. And it's well worth it. And I'm really, really grateful that I did it. So thank you, Geri, she kind of dared me.
I gave her a nudge.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a nudge every now and then.
Yes. Because I was letting fear stop me. Oh, I don't think I want that. But it's not like a psychedelic drug or anything like that. It's not that. It's to support you in evolving, awakening, and getting that clarity, like Geri said, of what's holding you back, what's blocking you, what do you need to let go of, which is typically trying to control something or someone. And that never works, right? We know that, but we still try. And just to go back really quick and answer Pauline's question, she wanted to know if we needed the vaccine to come here. No, we did not. You just need to have, right now, at least, the rules are you need a COVID test within 3 days or 72 hours from arriving in Ecuador. And the same thing applies going back to the US. So you have to get those COVID tests both coming and going, but it's really not complicated. And, it's, it's easy. So, and I don't know what the rules are if you have had the shot, if they waive that or not. I don't know. I didn't look into that. So, and then I like what Jim says about that it made him
forget science. Yeah.
Just like you said.
Yeah. Hi, Jim. When Jim was here, he's a scientist. And I told him if he took San Pedro, he would forget all the science that he knew, because it goes out the door when you're on a journey.
Yes.
You can't explain what happens. Right. No scientific terms.
No. No, it's more of a metaphysical experience.
Yeah.
And awakening experience, and letting go of your ego and your trying to control.
Yep. It's a consciousness. It's a lift, a big lift in consciousness.
Big lift in consciousness. Yes. You're completely aware. You're there. You're journeying, and you're seeing beauty. Yes. The clouds were definitely shifting. The condors came around, the eagles came around. It was really a beautiful, magical experience that, like I said, I'm really grateful that I had. And if you're planning to come to TOSA at some point, they will be doing the fall equinox, yeah. And I believe Shrinkara mentioned that they're going to be putting that out in about a week or so. So sometime in the next couple of weeks, look for that if you want to plan to come. That's going to be a beautiful experience as well. of course, there's the Lion's Gate right the month before. And then if you want to come for the New Year's Eve celebration, you do have to do the Navigating the Inner Matrix and the Golden Ray right after Navigating the Inner Matrix. They are making those things mandatory in order to come for the New Year's Eve celebration, because they're going to be opening the Diamond Ray, right?
Yep.
That's what she was saying. So just to give you all a heads up, those sound like amazing things. And I know I'm really looking forward to going through the Navigating the Inner Matrix again. And especially after doing the San Pedro journey, I'm ready to continue peeling back the layers and examining the things that I need to release that have been holding me back, that are subconscious. You know, so many things we don't even realize that they're playing in the back of our subconscious, and they're stopping us from doing something, whether it's allowing great abundance into our lives, or allowing love, or allowing what will fulfill our soul in our work to happen. You know, we limit ourselves. And so where are you limiting yourself? Have you figured that out? Navigating the Inner Matrix is a perfect thing to do, to try to figure that out and to help you gain that clarity of what's going on. Wouldn't you agree, Geri?
Absolutely. And really, it's all about, and navigating the inner matrix is about really going inside, looking inside, and loving anything that hasn't been loved yet. And so we can all do this on our own, even without a program.
Right.
We just have to allow ourselves to be present enough and to take time to go inside and look at, what haven't I loved? What haven't I let go of? What haven't I healed? You know, what part of me is stopping me, and why is it stopping me? And then keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and releasing that stuff. And you will know if you can't stay present in your day-to-day. That's a sign. If you're out focused a lot in your day-to-day and you're distracted, that's a sign. That's all signs that you need to go inside the matrix and look around and see what needs more love. And so this program will help you do that. And even outside of the program, that's the evolution of consciousness. That's how we become more conscious, is by going inside and seeing, bringing what's unconscious to the consciousness.
Yes.
And that's how we lift. That's how we lift a little bit higher. And the fifth dimension is the compassion. So it's when we see those things, we can wrap our arms around ourselves and love ourselves in spite of those things. So, oh, look what I did. I've been judging myself here. Oh, look what I did. I might have not done a great things or made some wise decisions or whatever. And so can I love myself even because of all of that, just the way I am? And that's the compassion. It's just the letting go, the relaxing, and saying, I don't care. I'm going to love myself no matter what. And that allows the lift to the fifth. And that's where everything gets so much easier and so much more fun. And where the drama and all of that just fall away.
Yes. Very, very well said, Geri. Definitely. I can agree completely. And so let's talk about you. Let's tell people what do you do? I know Geri lives in Boise, Idaho. I love Boise. If you haven't been there, it's an incredible, beautiful place with the river and the mountains, and it's just, the people there are so nice and friendly, and it's growing like crazy, but it has really good weather, I think. It doesn't get super cold. It only snows probably a couple times a year, and otherwise it's the spring and fall are very, very pleasant, and then it can get hot in the summer, but it's with the water, with the rivers, with the lakes right there, and you can get up in the mountains very quickly. It's just a beautiful place. So you live there, and what do you do there?
Well, first I want to share how Donna and I met, because this was kind of magical too. We met last time at WWA Global. We ended up rooming together, and the whole time that we roomed, we didn't realize that we had met 2 years before this.
Yes.
And I was doing a holistic networking kind of deal that I went to once a month. And I would set up a booth and I'd have all the Egyptian healing rods there. And Donna came up to my booth and shared with me some of the things that she was doing. And I said, you've got to meet Geri and Kira. You need to go to the website. And I gave her a business card. And she did that. And we ended up rooming together. And she didn't remember that it was me. And I didn't remember that I had come in contact with her. And we thought it was such a coincidence that we were both kind of from the same area, and we ended up together, and we discovered how it all came about.
Yes. She introduced me to Geri and Kira, which was fantastic. My life is totally different than it was 2 years ago, and I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyways, I've been on this journey. Well, I've been on this journey like 20 years, but I've been on the Self-Ascension journey for about 12 years. And so I'm an evasive quantum healer and a medical intuitive, Self-Ascension intuitive counselor. So been through all the programs numerous times. So super committed to the upliftment of humanity, the upliftment of consciousness, trying to make this world a place where there's a lot more harmony and where we all want to live and where we can see our grandchildren thrive and we can see these young people that are coming in with this amazing, beautiful energy. These young people, I got the gift of doing some healing with a young gal who was just 13, who had experienced some abuse, and she let go of the abuse in no time at all. And I said, wow, you did that quickly. And it was big. It was a parent of hers, so it was someone very close. And I said, you did that very quickly. And her comment to me was, I forgive easily. And I think the majority of the young people here, especially 2000 and beyond, do. They really get forgiveness. They're really light infused. And with a little guidance, they can do this stuff quickly. And I gave her a balance, and she watched every trauma in her life disappeared during the balance and got up and said, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. And so, as we all come together and do the work and look inside and lift in consciousness, we can be the mentors for our young people. And we can be here for them. And I think they can do it very quickly, very, very quickly. And just think of a world with a lift in consciousness, what we can co-create together. We can co-create this new earth the way that we see it, where everything is, harmonious for those who want that. So I guess that is my mission, and probably many of yours too, or you probably wouldn't be watching this.
Yes, probably. I love that. So how can they reach you? Do you have a website, Geri?
I do. And my website is a Wix site. So it's like Wix site / joyful living, one word. But if you were to just look up my name on Google, Geri, and then my last name is Habstritt, you will also find it on Google. You can a link to my website. So, or the host page at OTR.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. And like I said, Geri is in Boise, but you can talk to her from anywhere.
So, absolutely. Yep. Zoom.
Yes.
Exactly. Zoom's become a thing now.
Yes, it's fabulous. Definitely. Pauline is asking, is inner matrix more than soul retrieval? And
it's different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. Outside, inside as well. So matrix outside, inside as well.
Well, they're the same. So your outer matrix is a reflection of your inner matrix. So as you heal and change the inner matrix, the outer matrix automatically changes. Mm-hmm. And like I was sharing with Donna today, so I've done the forgiveness practice, I don't know how many times. And there'll be times when I have released someone and I will instantly get a text message from that person. Even if it was someone who wouldn't normally text me because we were, let's say completely estranged, mm-hmm. They will accidentally dial my number just as a sign to let me know that there's been a release. And so I often get confirmation in the outer world instantly when I do inner work.
Yes.
Which is nice. So then you know that the work you're doing is working.
Yes, yes. I would agree with that. And it's very powerful, Pauline, and anybody that's wondering about navigating the inner matrix, it is extremely powerful. And I know for me personally, it helped me really process through a lot of trauma from my childhood and from my marriage of 26 years, I would say very quickly. And it's certainly something that I am grateful that I've done, and I'm so excited to do it again because my conscious level is elevated from where it was when I first did it a year ago, and I'm excited to discover even more about myself and be able to remove anything else that's limiting me or blocking me, because I'm open and I want to evolve. I want to love myself more. I want to create the life that I want and have my dreams come true and not limit myself from that. And so I think that's, that it's a beautiful thing to do. And so, yes, try it. And yeah, I would agree. It's different than soul retrieval. It's more what's going on inside you here now, your mind, and so on.
It's really this life experience where you're healing things from this life.
This life, yeah. Not really past life stuff. So yes, hopefully that answered that question. And so we have about 10 more minutes. And what else would you like to share with our viewers today, Geri, about your experience coming to TOSA Blue Mountain, about your experience with San Pedro, about your experience using all the things that you've learned, all the tools that you have, your gifts and talents with others? Is there anything else that you want to share with them of your journey?
I guess if I were to share anything, the main thing, I guess, the point I would want to get across to anyone, if someone came up to me for the first time and said, Geri, I really, really, really want to lift. I really want to change in consciousness. What can I do? Yes, coming here is going to make it happen a lot faster than not coming here. I tell you that much. That's why I've been here 5 times and done 4 San Pedros. So San Pedro would definitely be on the list, as well as an Atlantean healing chamber.
Yes.
But in between those outer help experiences, it would be hanging around absolutely positive people. It would be taking care of yourself to the point where you can't do it anymore. I mean, loving your body, looking in the mirror naked and loving your body, no matter how hard it is, telling yourself you love yourself, telling your body every part how much you love it, because your body is water, your body has consciousness, your body takes that in. Even in the San Pedro, I can see what happened to my hands when I say I love you, how they shift. I can see people shift as they are loving themselves. And on this path of upliftment, the body is scared. We're moving into territory and energies that it has never experienced before. So it'll constantly be scared if you don't constantly love it.
Right.
So love every part of the body more, love yourself more, and continue to keep going inside. Keep going and make time for yourself to do what you love. Find what brings you joy. If you could say, my soul song is, and you could have a vision of what it is that really brings you joy. Like for me, I can think of music, swinging, dancing. Okay, I know my soul song is something around those 3 things, because they're things that I always want to do that I love. So make sure you're doing those things every day. And those are the things that will allow you to keep lifting and be fearless. Keep saying yes. No matter how scared you get, say yes and walk through it scared. Right. because you'll get past it. You'll get past the fear.
Yes, that's a very beautiful message. Thank you. Absolutely. I agree completely. You want to find more joy in your life. That's part of loving yourself, is allowing yourself more joy. And you know, life doesn't have to be serious and painful and hard all the time. Yes, we will experience some of those things. You know, people are going to transition that we love, and at times that we're not ready for them to leave this world. But we can process through that a little bit easier if we recognize that we are all energy, we are all connected. And just because someone transitions or dies from this world doesn't mean that they're not there. Doesn't mean that their loving, energetic presence is not still available for us to connect with and tap into. Love does not die, even if the person does. Yes, it's hard sometimes to make that transition into I can't physically call my mom anymore since she died 2.5 years ago. I can't pick up that phone. And sometimes I still reach to thinking, oh, I should call my mom. Oh, yeah. Okay, mom. I had to make that transition, but she's still around. I can still feel my mom's love, and I can her presence at times very strong. So love yourself, allow yourself to make those transitions, understanding nothing is going to be the same. Everything is changing, including. So how do you want it? How do you want tomorrow to look? How do you want your to look like tomorrow? So you need to, not that we need to stay in the present, so we're enjoying the present, but the more we enjoy the present, the better tomorrow will be. The more of that positive energy you're going to attract, the more amazing experiences you're going to attract, because you're focusing on what makes your soul happy, whether it, like Geri was saying, whether it's dancing or music or swinging or singing or playing with an animal or walking along the beach or just sitting and watching the ocean waves come in and out. That feeds my soul. I can tell you that. You know, what feeds your soul? What brings you that joy? What makes you happy? I challenge you to, in this next week, while we have this full moon, consider writing a gratitude list with the full moon and in view of the full moon, and then let the people that you value, let them know that you value them. Let them know how important. Don't hold back out of fear someone is going to hurt you. Love is a beautiful gift. Yes, at some point you're going to lose people because they're going to change, you're going to change, you're both going to change and grow in different areas, or need to go in different areas. People aren't meant to be in our life from the beginning to the end. They come into our life as gifts to help us at that moment. And that moment may be a month, it may be 10 years, it may be 75 years, who knows? You know, but don't hold back from love, because love is the most powerful thing. Love is the greatest gift we have. And it begins with loving yourself. Like Geri was saying, it begins with loving yourself. Love yourself more. Love your body more. If you have aches and pains going on, ask your body, where do I need to show you more love? Focus on that area that you have the pain and ask it, what are you trying to tell me? What do I need to change in order to make it easier on you, body? What are you trying to tell me? And if you listen, your body will answer, and you will get those answers. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It just takes a lot of profound presence.
Mm-hmm.
And presence. I was in the cave of clarity, and just before I came here, and it's just so clear that presence is me. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if I'm not presence, I'm denying me, because our soul can only give us guidance when we're present. And if we're not present, we're all over the place, we're saying no to the soul energy that's worked through us, that's trying to come through us and ignite us into our purpose. But if we're busy and distracted and all over the place, there's an aspect of us that isn't loving ourselves enough to allow our soul in, to allow us to be the who that we came here to be, the me that we came here.
Absolutely. And you are unique, and you have special gifts and talents that nobody else does. You know, you may be like us, very intuitive, psychic, you could call it whatever, and have these healing gifts. But Geri has a very unique way of doing it. And I have a unique way of doing it, and you have a unique way of doing it. And people are going to be drawn to your uniqueness, whatever way that is, whether it's like Jim inventing something that helps people reduce pain and inflammation, which is a beautiful gift, or whether it's through healing modalities that Geri offers, or in a different way that I offer. Whatever it is that you have to offer it, because there's people that need what you have to offer. And you need to let the world know what that is and put yourself out there so that people can find you and people can get what they need, which is your gifts and you being authentically you. And it starts with loving yourself, accepting yourself, forgiving yourself for not being perfect. Nobody is perfect. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others. Listen to that again. Stop comparing yourself to others, because you are not anyone else. You are unique, created unique for a reason, for a purpose. We all came to accomplish something that it's in our soul. And so we need to connect back in to help discover what that is. And yes, it begins by loving yourself more and accepting yourself and forgiving yourself, forgiving others, forgiving God. You know, who are you holding on to that you are angry at or holding unforgiveness? Release yourself, because that's what happens when you forgive. You release yourself. It has nothing to do with the other person. You're not condoning their behavior, not at all. You know, when I went through that forgiveness practice and I forgave the people that were involved in abusing me as a child, I'm not condoning them. I was a perfect, innocent little 3-year-old that did not deserve anything that happened to me. But I don't have to carry that anger and trauma and pain through my life. I can release it. And that releases me. It does not release them. It doesn't release them from their actions. And it doesn't say that I condone their actions. What it does is it releases me. And it releases me from letting the traumas that happen, from controlling and impacting my life still today. I don't want any of it to impact life today. You agree?
Yes.
Excuse me. I gotta tickle my throat. So, as we wrap up today, I hope you will accept my challenge and write that gratitude list and tell the people that you value the most in your life how important they are. Life is short. This is just so fast. Time goes so fast if you really think about it. So make sure that you are telling the people that impact your life, that have impacted your life in a positive way, that you care about, that you love, that you value. Make sure you express that. Write out that gratitude list and make sure that you put on it a gratitude for yourself, a gratitude for your body, a gratitude for your mind, abilities, however you do, to the level that you want to function. Still be grateful for where you're at, and then manifest where you want to be, because you are that powerful. You can make that happen.
Absolutely.
So come back and join us, because we'll be back.
Absolutely.
So join us here. put this on your bucket list. Start saving and come to TOSA Blue Mountain and have a magical experience, an awakening experience, lifting up. It's well worth it. You won't regret it. So thank you so much for being on my show today. You just being Kira and joining, doing the journey with me, the San Pedro journey. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, just sending you all so much light and love. And please, that you do matter. You are not alone. Whatever you want. So with that, we want to send you so much love and blessings. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone.